Welcome to the party, pal. Your neighborhood master chaos here with the lovely TC. How are you, TC?
Very good. Yourself?
I'm great. This is episode 3 of the Full Moon Fright Club, and you've chosen two juicy little sci-fi movies to tackle. What are they?
That would be Mandroid and Invisible: The Chronicles of Benjamin Knight.
That's right, and we're going to be talking about them right after this.
Hail to the king, baby.
Hello, motherfucker.
All right, we got a very interesting panel right up for this episode. He is hosting. I'm going to bring in the cast of the panel, I should say, and then we'll jump right into the movies. It's going to be a guys' night. Lady Shasha had some family obligations, so she couldn't be here with us. Sadly, we wish her well, sending her good vibes wherever she is. Hopefully, everything is okay, and she'll be back next month. But for now, it's a guys' panel of mostly new faces. Let me bring in another panel stalwart, Mr. L.D. Madeira Magic. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, MC?
Hanging in. I guess it's as good as can be expected. Are you excited for tonight's movies?
Oh boy, howdy, am I. Thank you very much, TC, for this great bunch.
Oh, all right. Tip your hat a little bit about what you thought, but okay. That's fine. Introducing a new member, and hopefully he'll stick around a little bit. As an old friend, but he's new to you. Julian, what's up, buddy?
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Now, are you familiar with full moon movies? I mean, you knew that me and TC were into them, so I guess you were aware of them.
Yes, I'm aware of them, and I did watch a decent amount when I was growing up, mostly because of you guys. So. It's familiar territory for me.
Gotcha. Copy that. All right. Last on the panel, but not least, you know him, you love him. He is the scare actor of the year.
Hello,
Mr. Frankie Pozos. How are you, buddy?
Doing well. How you doing, MC?
Good. Yeah. So you didn't have a full moon shirt. You always have a themed shirt. All you have is RoboCop.
RoboCop, because that's superior to Mandroid.
You know what? I almost wore a RoboCop shirt, but I'm like, maybe that'd be too much on the nose, so I didn't do it.
I'm on the nose.
Hey, you don't want to be that guy. Amazing. RoboCop superior to Mandroid. I don't know, man. You're not gonna have to talk. I don't know. No, absolutely it is. Absolutely.
We're already jumping to the...
Yeah. Okay. Let me check in with the chat real quick. Ragnar in the house. He says, "Lurking fear and head of the family." Who knows? That may be a double feature down the line. That's a good double. Lady Danish or Danesh. I'm not sure how she pronounces it, but how are you?
Hey,
Hope
lady.
you're
Danesh.
well.
I think it's Danish.
I see. For some reason, it read Indian to me, so I kept saying Lady Danesh. I don't know why.
Red Indian.
You
You're
need
watching
to take out.
too much Bollywood.
Too much. That's absolutely true. All right. So, all right, TC. Take it away for this. By the way, before I start, let me, in honor of this, I know you're a big Mountain Dew guy. Look what I got my hands on.
What's that flavor? I can't make it out.
It's Voodoo.
Voodoo.
They still have that?
Ah.
Wow, it's really Halloween still in your house.
It's always Halloween in my house.
Did you buy that this year or some year before?
You bought a crate.
This is fresh, and it's a mystery flavor. So let's
What's it
see.
taste like? Hopefully it tastes like robots.
Tastes like water.
The problem with Mountain Dew is that it all tastes like the same thing to me.
I agree with that,
You
yeah.
know, it tastes like Mountain Dew. It doesn't really taste like anything to me. But yay, mystery flavor! Woo!
It's still a mystery.
It's still a mystery flavor.
I should do the commercial for this. This tastes like ass. Ah!
It's coffin flavor.
From Mountain Dew, Mountain Ass.
Mountain ass. She says my ancestry is from Denmark, so it's Danish.
Dinesh. It's Dinesh.
Dinesh.
Yes. Thanks for correcting it, Dinesh. Thank you.
That's why when he goes to bakeries and he orders, they're like, "What the hell is this guy talking about? What's up, fresh Ganesh?"
I'm just gonna say, hey, lady, welcome.
Oh, that's it. Cover yourself.
There you go. And it'll be like a medieval thing. My lady, welcome.
Would you like a cheese Ganesh, please?
Anyway, enough of that madness. Thank you everybody for joining us. Remember to drop a thumbs up on this. It really helps the video very, very much, and it keeps it going. It tells YouTube that this is where the party's at. Okay, TC.
Yeah.
Balls in your court. There's really only one movie we can start with.
Yep, and that's Seed People. So
Yeah.
no, just kidding. It's
Everybody watched Seed
Mandroid.
People instead.
It's Mandroid. So this is the first of these two movies. Let me give you a little bit of a rundown. It's from 1993, and it's an hour and 21 minutes. And here's a brief synopsis. All right. In his hidden lab deep in Russia, Dr. Carl Zimmer has invented the Mandroid, a humanoid robot which follows the motions of a man in a special control suit. He has offered the Americans the invention, who have sent Agent Smith and Wade Franklin from the CIA for inspection. However, Zimmer's partner Drago has different plans, wanting to sell Mandroid to the military. Then one night he tries to steal the Mandroid and becomes exposed to some highly toxic supercon. And even though he's terribly disfigured, he'll not stop his pursuit of obtaining the Mandroid, as well as a friend of ours we're going to meet in the next movie, Benjamin Knight, gets exposed to the supercon as well, and we'll learn more about him next.
That's what I totally forgot the whole thing about the mushrooms.
Yeah, I didn't remember that either because mushrooms, but
Yeah. I'm like, wait, what the fuck's happening right now?
yeah, there's something else I did. There's another thing I didn't remember either, but we'll touch on that later on when we talk about Mandroid.
Okay. We do have the trailer. You want me to show the?
Yeah. Hopefully the trailer's not the whole movie like the last thing, but yeah. Go
Well,
ahead. Yeah, I know.
You know how it is.
An hour and 19-minute trailer. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
He cuts out all the mushroom stuff.
Yeah.
In the ruins of the Soviet Union, scientists have built the ultimate war machine. A Mandroid, piloted by a human soul, capable of destruction beyond imagination.
If you're handing the Mandroid unit over to the United States, I'll make sure they know who really built it.
It had to be Drago. He's the only one who knows about the Supercon program, and now he has it all.
Right now, it is in your best interest to give the formula to me.
It's almost over. I promise.
We're in the third act of the trailer.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Mr. American Scientist, end of the road.
Mandroid, its power is in your hands.
It got some arcade vibes there a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah. Okay, TC, is there anything else you want to talk about before you start?
Yeah, an interesting tidbit that I found out about Mandroid. All right, apparently it's a stolen idea, and so is another one of the Foon movies. I'll give you a little backstory. I wrote a couple of factoids down here. The original idea for Mandroid, it came from, you guys know who Jack Kirby is? All right, so Charles Band basically had commissioned Jack Kirby to do some concept work for two characters that he ended up creating. One that it was called Mr. Invincible, and later it was called Mind Master. And you can show the picture there that I sent you if you want.
Which one?
The robot one, the only one with the robot and
the color one. There's
either one. It's the same thing. It's the same
All right.
thing. So as you can see, it's kind of like a robot controlled by a guy in a wheelchair, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was called Mind Master, and there was another character called Dr. Mortalis, which later became Dr. Mordred.
Gotcha.
Now, here's what happened. They were trying to sell the idea back during the Empire days, so in like the 80s, and then Empire went bankrupt, so it pretty much fell through. And then when Charles Band put together Full Moon, he made these movies, Mandroid and Dr. Mordred, and Kirby and his the guy who I think helped write it, I believe. I think his name is Mike Zuccaro. They realized, wait, these look too awfully familiar. And they basically took the idea, ran with it, made the movies, and these guys didn't get anything for it, and they were going to sue them. But at the time, Paramount was like their big distributor, and it was just like, it would have been too much of a difficult task. And then Kirby ended up dying, so they didn't, nothing ended up happening. But yeah, they pretty much took that idea and made their own thing without his consent.
Wow.
And stuff like
It's hard to sue dead men.
yeah.
Tried. I've tried.
So yeah, that was interesting. I had no idea there was any kind of connection like that. So
That's
that
cool.
was pretty cool. Another little thing, the actor who played that's rude.
Sorry about that.
Just kidding.
I don't know what the fuck that was.
Music break, music break.
He's getting a call. Oh,
Music break.
somebody's getting sued. The actor who played the actor who played Joe Smith was his real name is Patrick Erskine, and he's the director's brother.
Oh, okay.
So that explains why he gets shot in the heart, and then he lives 5 or 10 minutes after that happens. So. Yeah. Let me see what other little thing I put up here. Let me see. No, that's pretty much. Oh well, the guy who actually wore the suit and wore the Mandroid suit, he also built it. So he wasn't just he also built the suit. So that was pretty
Oh, you mean like the prop?
Yeah, like he didn't design it, but he put it together, I guess, and then he also performed in it too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he went on to do other things too.
So you were saying, because I looked this up, and Mandroid is also the name of a heavily armored personal combat suit originally designed by Tony Stark for S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm.
Isn't that crazy?
It's possible. So
No lawsuit there.
Everybody's getting
You don't want to sue that.
Who says Hollywood doesn't have any of their own original ideas?
I can't send it, but it was on the Marvel Wikipedia page.
Oh
So,
yeah,
friggin-
it sounds familiar. Yeah, there you go.
So Mandroid is 100% a Marvel property.
You better start running, man. Full Moon.
All your copies now while you can.
Oh, did
Yeah,
anybody,
exactly.
Did anybody notice too that, and I didn't notice it before, but the main villain, the Drago guy, his name is Ivan Drago.
Jesus Christ, yes. Ivan Drago.
Guys, come on, man.
I did notice that, yeah.
I mean, seriously.
I
But
did
whatever.
honestly. I didn't catch his first name, but that's pretty funny.
No.
Ivan
No.
Drago. I was like, oh, God.
So,
Ragnar
Yeah.
saying he gives it 3 full moons already. All right.
Oh, well, that's a lot of it.
Eponymous Jeff in the house. He says at my secret lab in Russia, we're trying to make the perfect borscht. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Paul Medina, what's up, buddy? Hopefully you're having a really good evening. Okay, so which way do you want to spin the dials for reviews?
let's see. Let's start with a new face. I'll give you guys a choice. Who wants to go first, Julian or Frankie? I'll let you guys choose.
Julie.
Julian, you go
first?
first.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we're talking reviews for this. For
Yes, so
Mandroid, right?
just basically give your initial impression and not your final wrap up, just your initial impression of Mandroid.
You know, watching it, this is a Full Moon production that I hadn't seen before, so this is the first time for me. And throughout, there's a thing with me watching movies, particularly Full Moon movies, where I think I go in thinking it's going to be bad, it's going to be bad, it's going to be bad, but I enjoy it. This is one of the first times where I wasn't sure whether it was good or bad while I was watching most of it, and it's about as good as it can get for me. As good a review as I can get at. But I did really appreciate the time frame that they used for this film, the setting for this film. I'm very big into World War II history and Cold War history in particular, so that they're setting this right after and kind of lifting the Iron Curtain and playing around with it, what could have been in the works behind there, at least from our eyes. I think it was really cool. Overall, it was a really fun watch for me.
That's great. I mean, look, I forgot to do this in the beginning, but remember, guys, we're gonna have a good time tonight.
We were.
Please remember that we're gonna have a good time tonight. All right. Thank you, Julian. TC, do you have any follow-ups for him?
Any follow-ups?
Yeah. Like, if you have to ask him anything, I don't know.
No. Well, actually, no, not yet. I might have something later, but maybe not. We'll see.
Okay.
So I guess Frankie's next.
Oh, okay. Well, guys, I did not like it a lot. Like, I felt it was very boring. For me, boring. I felt like it was like a pilot to a cool show that was the boring pilot that maybe leads to a good show. Because I like those robot movies. I love RoboCop or even the ripoffs of RoboCop. And how do you start the movie of the robot crashing a car? Like, he crashed the car and he had a signal issue. Why the fuck would I ever trust this robot? Like, I had some issues like that. And then the mushroom thing and the crystals. What the fuck, dude? It's a cheap production. Why are you getting so convoluted? Like, you don't need to. It's a robot. And then, like, those little things. And then, wait, there's two scientists. They built the thing. They're all cool together up to this point, and then they have a business issue, and then he becomes Doctor Doom, pretty much. Like, what the fuck is that about?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah,
everything kept on going fast. Like, what's that about? And then, and then the end, the guy Wade. Oh, dude, remember Wade? Okay, so when the Dr. Zimmer gets killed, he's just chewing gum. You see that?
Yes.
Watch that scene. He's like, oh, that sucks.
He's like really giving a third degree. He's like.
What's that about?
Drama right here, dramatic effect.
Yeah. So, and then he takes out Mandroid with that little, like, he plugs him in the eye, and he takes out Mandroid.
Yeah.
What's that about?
And his size whole eyes. It's perfect.
But it's almost like they foreshadowed it, because didn't the villain say? Didn't Drago say that the opticals were bad, or that's not something like that?
Absolutely.
But you know one thing that I did notice, and I don't recall. I remembered it completely wrong, but. How in the hell did the guy become crippled if he got shot in the thigh?
I don't know.
I thought I remembered it wrong. I thought he got shot in the back, or he broke his back somehow. It was like, oh, he got shot in the thigh and in the shoulder. And I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure that you don't become crippled by getting shot in the thigh. You know what I mean?
Let's test it. Let's shoot you in the thigh.
Oh yeah,
let's try, guys.
I tried it after I saw the movie. I'm like, I can still walk.
Yes. But
look,
so
but idiot, I can walk.
Man. I mean, my review, you'll like my Invisible review. I like that one. That was my
okay. All right. That's funny that, like, Frankie was like mad at the movie. What's with these fucking mushrooms?
Dude, like, just keep it simple. It's a robot. You put the helmet on and you work the robot. Oh, we got these mushrooms. They turn to crystals, and be careful with these crystals. Oh no, okay.
And you see, I wasn't so mad about it, like mushrooms being a central plot of it. I was just mad with the part where he's like punching the wall and breaking up all the rocks to get to the mushrooms. And it's just like all the rocks are mining, and then the mushrooms are clearly stemmed, growing from the ground, just neatly placed in the hole.
Yeah.
This is how we mine mushrooms in Behind the Iron Curtain, boys.
Yeah. Oh god. See, there's just so many things that don't need to be things. There's just okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, then again, to be fair, RoboCop is powered by baby food. So
yes, but they don't go too long. They're like baby food, and they move on, and then there's baby food here and there. Not like mushrooms.
Man,
he's vegan. Yeah.
RoboCop brought to you by Gerber.
Oh my god.
All right, MC, that's you now.
Oh, okay. You know what's really disappointing about this was my idea. This show, revisiting the Full Moon franchise, the Full Moon library. Right. Which I honestly, to this day, I for Frankie and Julian, since you guys are new, Full Moon was a big part of me wanting to be a filmmaker. Back in the day, there were no special features. You would rent shit at the video store. That was it. There was no behind the scenes. Full Moon was the first company that had special features. The video zones at the end of the movies, you could see them making the movie and the cast having fun. Like, oh my god, I want to do that. It looks so great. So absolutely inspired me to be a filmmaker. And it has a dear place in my heart. But these movies have not aged well whatsoever. I mean,
yeah.
Goddamn. I mean, there's something to be said about an 80s movie magic, that those movies will last forever. but fuck the '90s, man. Jesus, like I think the only good thing for me to come out of the '90s was Scream, and I can't think of anything else that I rewatched from the '90s. The biggest disappointment. Why is the motherfucker in a wheelchair on the poster?
That's in the sequel.
That pissed me off so much. I'm like, all right,
that.
handicapped motherfucker gonna fuck up some people with a robot.
Yeah.
No, he's walking around. He's in a wheelchair for the last scene of the movie.
Yeah, he should have been crippled earlier to make sense, but
right. And then okay. By the way, spoilers. The movie's been out forever, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah. Okay.
So we introduce a bunch of scientists are doing some science stuff in Romania. Of course, Full Moon at that point was doing shit in Romania because it was cheaper or whatever. And so they're doing science in the Soviet Union, and Benjamin Knight is one of the scientist helpers, and he gets thrown into a refrigerator and becomes invisible. How the hell did that?
Well, because it's not a supercon and stuff. And
okay. So I was like, So just frozen.
Everybody's lunch turns him invisible.
Right.
This happened.
What skill is that? I don't.
Frozen meats cause invisibility. You didn't know that?
I mean, like, oh, hey, Spider-Man, how did you get? Oh man, got bit by a radioactive spider. Oh, Hulk, how'd you? Oh man, gamma rays and shit. Oh, Benjamin, what happened? Oh, I fell in the fridge.
I felt some Maytag.
It was really cold in there. I don't know. That weird origin story was really dumb, but whatever. The whole movie is. Frankie's really put a pin on it. It's very complicated for no reason.
Yeah.
It should have just been robot goes haywire or bad guys get their hands on the robot, and
they just tried to be smart about it. That's the thing. They tried to be smart about
it. And I can guess it's maybe I mean, I don't want to say it was him, but I would say Charles Band might have said, "Hey, you got to make it a little more science fiction-y, a little more fantastical. We need jewels. We need instead of puppets, let's do mushrooms or something." So I'm guessing they had to do something because the robot is a robot. He doesn't need jewels to to power him. That's stupid. Right. Just gas or electricity or something. So completely complicated and useless mechanic with the mushrooms and the gems and all that stuff. I mean, the whole point is we're essentially making Iron Man versus Doctor Doom. I mean, that's kind of what's happening here. And Drago is very much Doctor Doom. I mean, to the point that he even kind of sounds like what you would think Doctor Doom, because Doctor Doom would have that voice. Isn't he like Eastern European or whatever?
Yeah. That's right.
There's another thing. I just thought about too.
Okay, do you want to say now?
Yeah. Mandroid, when they're powering him, they're on some kind of treadmill, some kind of thing, right? So if the guy's let's say the guy was crippled earlier, right? How is he gonna power him? He can't walk. I mean, not until the second movie where he has the glasses and then he can do it. It's like, all right, let's go, let's kick some ass. Oh damn! And the movie ends. or he just stands there the whole time. Everybody comes at him, but he can't move. Yeah, he couldn't be able to walk.
So. I mean, I think wasn't the whole thing that he was using his mind to like.
But in the first movie, they were stepping on this thing, and they had to actually.
Yeah.
So he would have been effed.
Yeah.
It's like, well, fuck it. Let the girl do Mandroid. Sorry, dude.
I get an idea of science.
Yeah. If we build a tank, you can drive the tank one. We'll do the.
Or if they put the Mandroid in a wheelchair for his own. And
oh my god!
Handy Mandroid or something like that.
You know what? It would make a lot more sense than the mushrooms. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. I'm just looking at my notes real quick. So this, when we were watching it at TC, I don't think we knew that this was gonna be a two-part kind of story. Right. I'm sure they wanted more, but the movie ends in a cliffhanger, which in a way kind of makes this movie pointless because it's very anticlimactic. Nothing is really solved. Nothing is really gained. We just sort of establish everything, and then the second movie is when we really get the plot. And so I think this makes it a weaker entry just because of that, because it's not necessarily a full baked movie.
I mean, it was built as a prequel. It almost feels. Like it didn't feel like it was designed to set out its own story. It just felt like it was meant to feed into Invisible.
Right.
If anything, they could have just done that one big movie, one big shot.
Yeah.
Wanted to.
I mean, they probably did, although they do recast the girl in the second movie. So, I mean, this came out the same year, both of them. So, I don't know what happened. The girl said, like, fuck this Mandroid shit. And then they recast her. Yeah, peace out.
He got shot in the knee and he's in a wheelchair. I'm out.
Yeah.
Right, draw the line.
Yeah.
God integrity.
Anyway, yeah. So, those are my thoughts on Mandroid.
All right. And then that's ULD.
All right. Well, I actually dug the beginning sequence where they're testing him out and driving him in the car, and because of that sequence, I thought, okay, I'm gonna enjoy this, and then it just kind of tapers on for me. It had moments where it got revved up and then it just got slowed way down, and then it would rev up again, and then we would slow down again. I kind of dug the Mandroid costume. I mean, it's obviously a low-budget costume for a robot. But yeah, I don't really have any different thoughts from what everyone said. I mean, they could have just kept it very simple, but instead they added the magic mushrooms, which turn into crystals, which radiate for some weird reason. Drago, I was able to look past, believe it or not, I was able to look past the fact that he's basically a Dr. Doom ripoff, because I did think he was kind of cool. Although I thought there could have been more done with him, but I do think it's kind of funny that in this film, our last shot of Drago, our cliffhanger, is him at a whorehouse. So great cliffhanger right there.
That's it.
You got to
they got me.
Gratuitous nudity whenever you can, right?
Exactly, and him not really feeling breasts for some reason. And I did kind of enjoy the mute as well. I thought I was going to hate him, but for some reason he kind of grew on me. Then again, I did think it was kind of weird how he and Joe have a big shootout. They shoot each other like 20 times, but they're still alive. And it isn't until Joe shoots the mute at the exact same spot that he was shot before that he finally dies. I get what they try to do with Joe, do like a little plot twist type thing, like a surprise. For me, that kind of fell flat a bit, but overall, it was okay. My mind kind of wandered at some parts, but overall, I thought it was a good attempt at what I would say is kind of a overdone idea at this point. Frankie mentioned about Wade chewing gum at that moment. I thought he was chewing gum throughout the entire movie.
You actually
the entire time, like, we got to get out of here. It's like you can't put the gum down and it's like I want to say it's the entire movie that he's chewing gum. And even when he gets shot, I got shot.
I'm dying.
You gotta realize it was full moon. That's how he was paid.
Yeah.
The question is, how good was that gum that he had to keep chewing it the entire time? But yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, those are my thoughts. I think I've said this for a couple of our other full moon features that we've watched. I think it had the potential to be really good, but I think they just kind of overcomplicated it a lot with crystals and magic mushrooms. And apparently you can turn invisible by jumping into a freezer. So there you go.
It's not a free.
Let's all try it.
I'm going to go try it right now, boys.
Yeah, go.
That's where they
It'd be awesome if you do the rest of the show from like under your desk. Say, guys, I'm invisible.
Yeah,
that's why you can't do
it.
Just floating in the air.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta get a popsicle. Hey guys, I'm still here.
Amazing.
Oh man. Ragnar, don't forget to get your Powerball tickets. 2 billion. Oh shit! Did no one win the 1.6? Whatever it was. Damn.
No. If we win that money, we can do the remake of Mandroid.
Dude, that's the way.
And then Frankie, you can star in it, and I'm gonna put you in a wheelchair immediately, bro.
Fuck yeah! No mushrooms. Cut that shit out.
No mushrooms, and you will get buckets of gum.
He'll be crippled by a robot driving a car.
Yeah, there you go. I mean,
Chewing gum.
Looking for directions.
That's what should have happened, right? They
That
got crippled in the
would
car accident.
Mhm.
Anyway,
He's
All
chewing
right,
gum and he's like, "What?"
Jesus. All right, TC. I think you're the last one to give your thoughts.
Well, I mean, I chose these two because I really did like them before, and I still like them. But yeah, you do kind of see them through a different lens, if you will, now. Because obviously back then it was just they all had a different feel. But I still stand that I feel like the old full moon movies are better than the new ones. Just generally, for me, I like them better. So yeah, I mean, a lot of things that I didn't notice before, a lot of these silly things we were talking about now, I didn't really notice them in the past, and it kind of hindered my enjoyment of the movie a little bit, but not too much, because I still, again, I guess the nostalgic factor for me kind of allows me to enjoy it a little bit more. So I don't know if we're gonna give our moons yet at this point.
It's up to you.
But personally, I was thinking about it, and I was gonna give it 4, but I'm gonna give it 3 actually.
3. Okay.
Yeah, because I still enjoyed it, but then, like I said, all these things, like again, I still don't understand how he got crippled and things like that. It's not silly. I mean, it's like the guy got crippled. That's the whole thing. He gets shot in the thigh. It doesn't make any sense. Come on. I mean, but you know, it happens.
Medical stuff.
It happens. Video Man in the house. What's up, buddy? How's Headless doing? Is it coming to physical and the cinema run? Cinema run is done. I'm not sure about physical. I think it's going to be only streaming, but from what I'm hearing, I went to a big kind of asylum shindig, and they said they gotten really good buzz, and people are talking about it positively. So we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed we'll make it a sequel, but just streaming from it for now until I hear anything else. All right. Sorry, TC, your show again.
No. So I guess we'll go to Julian. What do you give it?
So these are out of 5 moons, right?
Yeah.
5 moons. 1 is bad. 5 is great.
All right. I feel like I'm going to be the odd man out here, but I kind of want to grade it in the context of what this movie is. I'm not putting this movie against Scarface. I'm not putting this movie against.
Oh no, you have to put all of them against Scarface.
Oh yeah.
All right. So against Scarface, it's a 5.
That's the rule.
In its context, I'll give it 4 moons. I read a lot of comics. I'm okay with just the rough shot throwing plot lines everywhere, throwing tropes everywhere, and I think for what it was, for as low budget it was a pretty decent looking movie. I was actually surprised, and especially looking at it through the lens of history. I thought it was well done. I enjoyed it more than it was actually well produced. I'll find all the problems with it that are very easy to stand out and stick out like sore thumbs. But I watch riff tracks all the time. I watch Mystery Science Theater all the time. I enjoy those kinds of problems in movies. So I'd give it a 4. I'd give this one 4.
Cool. Frankie?
I am sorry. 2 moons. That's it.
I thought you were gonna say 5. You should.
No.
You mean I didn't convince you? I didn't sway you to forget the gum?
Sorry. Yeah, 5 moons. 5+ moons. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sorry.
All right, MC?
Yeah. For me, just too many things just cause me not to love it and enjoy it, and it just kind of irks me. But
yeah,
Invisible, we'll get to Invisible and we'll see that. So.
All right, MC, what do you think?
Man, it is a well-made movie. I mean, it is hard to make a movie like this. They had real gunfire. They had real stunts. Obviously a healthy budget for the time. But I think the movie itself feels very empty to me, and it just feels like I you can't really get anything out of that movie unless you watch Invisible right after it, and so it feels like it doesn't exist on its own. It doesn't feel as rewarding on its own, and so I think that really knocked it down for me. I'm going with Frankie. I'm going 2 moons on Mandroid, man. Yeah, I think it's it misses the mark to just be okay for me. I think yeah, I'm kind of disappointed by it, to be honest. It's been years since I've seen it.
Yeah, and then the fact that everybody that was shot in the movie was shot for real doesn't give you any.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Wait, what? 5 moons, bro. 5 moons.
I'll do 2 moons and 10 mushrooms. I'll do that.
All right.
Oh, that's damn it.
All right, LD, what do you think?
I am going to give this 2 moons and 3 gums.
3 gums.
Gotcha.
I was going back and forth between whether or not I wanted to give it 2 or 3. And I was about to say 3, but to be honest, overall I gauge it on, did I have like a really good time watching it? And to be quite honest, I wanted to have a good time, but again, just a lot of diminishing returns on this. So yeah, I'm sticking with 2 moons on this one.
All right, cool. All right.
If they had put like boobs on the Mandroid, if it was woman droid, hell yeah.
I have a feeling the next movie you probably give it 5 just for that. Because the next one.
You already had some
The next one was like. Yeah.
Plus all the invisible boobs. So
Yeah.
that was pretty good too.
There are dozens of them in this movie.
Jesus Christ.
All right, I guess that's it. We put a fork in it. Mandroid is dead. What's next?
All right, next.
It was dead for a while.
Invisible: The Chronicles of Benjamin Knight.
Yeah.
All right, and the synopsis. It oddly enough, it says "See Mandroid." I don't know why. No, just kidding. I mean, pretty much it's the same thing. No, when a lab experiment goes wrong, Benjamin Knight is left invisible, while his scientist friends try to find a formula that will restore his visibility to last the rest of his life. Well, it's an hour and 23 minutes, and it's from 93-94. I saw 2 different release dates for this for some reason. But yeah.
Invisible. Shall we watch the trailer?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. This is the trailer for Invisible.
Oh, Invisible. Somebody spelled that wrong.
Invisible.
I think it's French. Or something.
Yeah.
I
I think it's pronounced Danish. No.
Danish. I like that now.
Here we go.
Benjamin Knight was an ordinary man. Until a battle for the ultimate machine turned him into something more than human.
What?
Benjamin Knight's come back.
Imagine what an army of invisible men could do.
Now, with abilities beyond sight and an ally of circuitry and steel.
Kill the machine!
Benjamin Knight is going to make his enemies see red.
Let's go.
Invisible, coming soon from Full Moon Entertainment.
I'm coming right now in my pants after that trailer.
Let me see. I got a couple of a few short little things I picked up on this one.
Okay.
There's 2. I don't know if you call them. Well, one of them would be a notable voice actors in this movie. The Dr. Knox, which is the older bald scientist doctor guy. You might know him. He's the voice of Skeletor and Man at Arms. Yeah, Alan Oppenheimer. Yep. And the actor who plays Ryder, David Kaufman. If you're a fan of Nickelodeon cartoons and whatnot, he's Danny Phantom.
Yeah.
And he's also Jimmy Olsen. Yeah, and he's also Jimmy Olsen in the Superman animated series. He's done other things, but
Alan, this guy's Danny Phantom.
No, Alan Oppenheimer was Skeletor and Man at Arms and amongst other things, of course. But
okay,
that guy, and then the young guy David Kaufman, who played Ryder. He is the voice of Danny Phantom and Jimmy Olsen also.
He's in Justice League too.
Yeah.
He's also
Yeah,
Michael
he's-
J. Fox.
He's what?
He's also Michael J. Fox apparently.
He voices Michael J. Fox.
Oh, wait, in the Teen
Yeah.
in the Teen Wolf cartoon?
On the cartoon,
No,
yeah.
In real life.
Oh,
in real life. He does his voice in real life.
Michael J. Fox like, I don't want to go to work today.
Yeah, that guy definitely looked familiar in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who he reminds me of? Charlie Schlatter.
Yes.
Skinny young guy, and who also does voices too.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's funny. He I know it wasn't him, but I'm like, that guy looks a lot like him. What do you guys think? Touching on Invisible now, of the Romanian Gene Simmons, that Colonel guy.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was actually supposed to go to
Jesus.
Trick
Look
or
at that guy.
Treat with
No,
Gene
he's the Romanian Michael Ironside now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
But there you go.
Well, didn't they replaced the police chief in this one too? Because it was a different guy. Wasn't it like a fat guy in the first one?
Well, no, but the first guy got killed though. Wasn't that it?
Yeah.
Did he get killed? Fuck, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I just remember. Sure. Okay.
I mean, they did. Well, like you mentioned earlier, they did replace the actress who played Zana, but I think the one from the first movie was a better actress, it seemed, than this one. This one seemed a little off to me. But
yeah, I wish he was more off. You know what I'm saying?
There were a lot of moons in this one.
There were.
Yeah.
You know what who I disliked in this movie a lot? That fat psycho hobo guy.
Oh.
The one that's the leader of those psycho guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hate him so much.
Yes.
Oh man, I hate that guy so much. I hate his stupid face.
Just push it.
And even when he got killed, he looked so awkward too.
And I'm glad he's dead. The character, not the character. I don't know about the actor. But the character.
He died in the movie too. He died in the movie too.
It's like Milo Notice. They just,
5 moons.
Milo Notice.
they just really killed them all.
Oh man. So let's see. So we're gonna start different. Right now, we're gonna go to MC first now.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me bring up my notes.
Notes.
Dear Invisible. No, I didn't write it that way, but okay. Let's see. Okay, this is a direct sequel to Mandroid, but despite the name, it doesn't really focus on the Invisible character's chronicles. Sometimes I like to read the notes. It's easier for me. Sure, he's part of the plot, but he's not the plot. The film also recast the character of Zana, but that's the biggest shakeup in the cast. This is one of the Full Moon's longest, if not the longest movie they've ever made, at 1 hour and 40 minutes. It's also, in my opinion, one of the best, with a really well-written script, great characters, and excellent action sequences. I love the scene when our heroes escape the police and get into a shootout with them like they're common criminals. You can't shoot at the cops. What the fuck are they doing, guys?
With machine guns.
Right.
In Romania, there's no rules in Romania.
Robbers. Yeah. They'll put rats in your ass.
Yes.
Don't do that. So I thought that was kind of a dumb thing. That okay, escape and try to solve it, but don't shoot back at the cops. Anyway.
Yeah.
Good scene though. Speaking of the plot, it's a rinse and repeat because there's nothing new here. Same villain from the first one with the same goal, only now one of the characters is invisible and aids in battling the evil Drago. On its own, it doesn't really work, but as the second half of Mandroid, it's really damn good and a way better picture than the first one. I think this movie kind of does what the first one should have done and gives us a really well-rounded movie. It's weird that it feels like Mandroid was all a setup for the Invisible Guy, and then the Invisible Guy is barely used in the movie.
Well, he's barely in it, but then he's invisible.
Well, yeah. But I don't know. It felt a little weird that they were setting up this invisible thing, and maybe I don't know if they've talked about this in a video zone. Maybe TC, if you looked into it, if they planned a third movie, if they were going to continue this franchise. It feels like they would have.
The one that I saw, I don't recall any mention of it. They might have, but I don't recall any mention of a third one. So
I love how their posters are so like this is like Quantum Leap-ish. Oh, look at the stars.
Yeah.
He's gonna travel the universe.
He is Raiden.
He should have had the guy in the wheelchair in the front in this one now.
Right,
That makes
right.
freaking sense.
This guy doesn't have universe powers. He hangs out in Romania. That's all he does. But yeah, I think it's absolutely a way better movie, just story wise, and production wise, and boobs wise. Yeah, those are my thoughts.
All right, cool, Frankie.
Oh yeah, dude, this is totally. I feel like this is a full moon picture with the nudity immediately. Like I was like, fuck yeah, finally we're getting right there. And then the acting was just fun. I don't know. It just was fast. Like it kind of. I mean, they still brought in the mushrooms. There was a bit of the mushrooms, right?
Yeah.
I was like, no, don't go that route. Cool. I mean, the getting the sunglasses to remove that awkward helmet, but then who fucking made the sunglasses? He's like, I got these, and then she's like, where did you get those? And like, she's the scientist. What's the
science?
He's like, boom. I like when they had to hide him in a stairwell with a machine gun, like as he's using the Mandroid. Like, don't buy me. But it's like he's playing a video game or something. It's like, okay. There's a lot of weirdness, but I felt it was a full moon, fun, crazy picture that I felt like, boom, this is where I wanted to go, and that's what I enjoyed.
You know, something that Frankie, because you and I have worked with an asylum budget, so I mean, this is a big movie, man. I mean, live fire, big car stunts. Crazy stuff.
I think a big factor though back then with the full moon was since their distributor was Paramount, they had a bit, even though it's still low budget, but they had more budget then than they have now. So you know, they have. That's why I think also like they look better for the most part. It's a lot more better quality, for lack of a better term, back then than they have now. Because now they shoot in Ohio, which is the Romania of the United States, apparently. So
absolutely.
I don't know,
Speaking
Ohio.
of, I just watched Dr. Death, the new Puppet Master movie. It was Frankie. It was produced by Billy.
Okay. So
who line produced our movie, and it was another short shoot. I don't remember how many days. I must say 5 or 6. Basically one location, but it looks like a movie that was shot in 6 days. Where ours doesn't. That one, and it's only an hour. Actually, less than an hour long. Which is crazy to me. So it's not even
less
a feature.
than an hour long.
It's like 58 minutes or something. Yeah.
Really? You should do it for them. Maybe fix up their mistakes.
I will. I mean, I'm knocking on the door. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it's crazy to see because I wanted to see that, and I want to see something new. You know, I've been watching the new ones, but just specifically that one because it just came out, and the differences are night and day. Just not only budget, but just like, I mean, it's a different world. It's just in a way. This is how movies are made nowadays. Movies are made like the one Frankie and I just did. You know, they're done quick and cheap, and then it's up to the production and the actors to deliver more than is expected. And so I gotta give props to the old Full Moon. They absolutely went above and beyond, which is great. But that doesn't mean that they're gonna, that they age well. Sadly. But,
well, no, that's true.
I'm sorry, Frankie. Is there anything else you want to say?
That's it. I think that's it. Yeah, I'm good.
All right, Julian, your turn.
You know, I feel
enough.
I don't know. It's the other way for me. I didn't like this one nearly as much as the first one. I found myself getting distracted and pulled out from being immersed in the movie. Like with the first movie, there was a whole lot of possibility. There was a whole lot of where is this going? Granted, by the end of it, there wasn't that much story-wise. There was motivation was lacking for a lot of the characters. But the second one, The Invisible, like right out the gate, it didn't hook me. Like the production, like it looked different. It looked less than the first one. And that kind of painted my perception of it, and it just never recovered for me going forward. Like you were saying, MC, the car chase scene was great. It was a little ridiculous when he got shot in the hand. He's like, "You SOB," and then he's like machine gun. It's like, all right, this is how we do it. He gets
right.
But I don't know. A lot of the dialogue was a little cornier. That can even be done, and it just, most of the movie was it pulled me out. I couldn't get through the motivation of what any of the characters were doing. even though I do agree that story-wise it is better than the first one.
Right.
I don't know, man.
It's interesting.
Okay. And LD?
Well, I actually thought I was going to be the odd man out, but it looks like I'm not. I'm going with Julian on this. I hated this film.
Wow.
Hated this.
Push the button that makes him go poop.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, yes, I will agree it is a better story, but I got to agree with a lot of what Julian's saying. I think that, for me, I was taken out of the film many times. There were a couple of times where my mind just started to wander a bit. I really didn't like the horny homeless brigade. That was kind of weird for me. And the fact that we're going to kidnap these girls and we're going to make them dance, and Drago is just going to clap. That was. I would have preferred more gum chewing, to be quite honest.
That's drama. That's drama.
And I was also. Oh, Jennifer Nash. I'm sorry. I couldn't stand her. I really couldn't. So I was sorry that the character got recast. I thought that that sex scene in the beginning was kind of awkward because it's mostly just sitting, and
What you don't sit down the fuck? What kind of animal are you?
What are you doing?
The man got shot in the thigh. The man got shot in the thigh. His legs don't work. What do you want him to do? Just roll around?
He has to do it. He has to do it.
Crane lowers from the roof and picks him up.
There you go.
He needs to get those sunglasses on and get some Mandroid to help him out.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Use Mandroid. Use Mandroid.
I put it on Mandroid. Okay, sorry.
Some mushrooms.
Yeah, there you go. But I definitely wanted more Benjamin since he's like the whole point of the film, and he's barely in it.
Well, obviously.
I will give it this. I was kind of impressed by how they managed the invisible effects. Like, I don't know how like productions work, but the fact that they were able to show the car seemingly driving on its own, well, invisibly being driven, where he's smoking the cigarette and you see him like invisibly hold the lighter. And I thought, okay, that's pretty cool, and I know that it's tough to make those type of effects work. The new police chief, I also hated that guy. And again, the head of the horny homeless brigade, I was very happy when he got killed, but he had like an awkward way of dying. He looked like he was farting, when he got killed. And apparently Zaina has sword fighting skills. I didn't know that. And Drago is barely in it. And apparently when Drago gets killed, he wants to like go to the window and be like Evita for some reason. And just look at the lovely clouds after I got stabbed, So, I was hoping for this. I was pulling for this, but man, this film really, really lost me.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I feel after hearing you say all that, LD, like I feel like the movie would have been better served had good chunks of it been taken out and kind of like you were saying earlier, see, like the two movies were made into one movie.
Yeah. I totally agree with you on that. Yeah.
I think, save for the fact that it's not the same actress for Zana or Zaina or whatever, it almost feels like it was shot back to back. I mean, the Mandroid handicap guy has a different hairstyle, so I'm guessing some time did pass.
Mm-hmm.
But
a week.
Yeah, a week or two. But I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. See, that's why I like a panel to approach this, because it's you never know how a movie's gonna hit somebody. That's very interesting.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's true.
KTC.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, for me, I mean, I've always liked the two just about the same. I did like this Invisible a bit more in the sense that they both like work together to fight the bad guys or whatever. But there are things like the whole hobo brigade I didn't care for, and Yeah, Drago didn't do too much in that one. I felt like there was a bit more actiony in the first one in certain regards. However, again, I agree with MC and excuse me, Frankie, you liked it too, right? That it was generally a bit better, but I think ultimately I like watching them both back to back. For me, overall, watching it back to back, I like them both that much more. So I want to give it, as a singular movie, I'll give it 3. I'll give it the same score. If I put them both together, I'll give them a 4.
Okay.
But I find myself kind of balancing the two, because there are things I didn't care for in the second one, and same thing with the first one. But then things I like for both, but they're kind of like this for me. But when I watch them together, I think it elevates it for me more.
That's interesting. Maybe we should all rate it that way, because it's kind of like Kill Bill, 1 and 2. Some people prefer the second one. I love the first part. The second half feels like a different movie to me. Yeah. But and then all together, I actually never seen them all together, so I wonder how that would work. But all right, which way do you want to start rating?
Let's go. Let's see. We started with you last time, right? I think rating. So we'll just.
Well, I did the review for it, but.
Right. We'll just go the opposite way, Julian. So you go give the.
Okay.
Your
the first one I gave a 4, and like you were saying, if we were rating this thing as a package deal, I would give the whole package a 4. But the second one on its own, Invisible on its own, it's 2 moons. It's 2 moons for me. It's 2 moons and 1 deceased lab assistant. That's it for me.
Wow, that's generous.
Frankie?
Well, I would say I'll give it a solid 3 for me. It's just a fun film that I don't hate as much. But together, I would say 3.5 moons. Yeah.
Cool.
You're right about the 2 films. They one of them's missing the other part. It's weird. It's like somehow but together, yeah.
I think the subspecies you can kind of watch like that too, right? Because they're not they don't take that far from each other. Like the next night or something, I guess. I don't know.
Well, technically,
kind of, right?
Part 2 is kind of a continuation of the first one.
Right, right.
Actually, 2 and 3 are back to back. So and Puppet Master 4 and 5 are back to back. It seems like they like doing that a lot.
It's cheaper, probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
All right. As a singular film, I'm giving it 1 moon.
Wow.
That's how much I did not enjoy Invisible.
That's probably your lowest rating so far, I think.
It is. It is my lowest rating so far. Sorry, Frankie. It is.
Okay.
He hasn't seen Vampire Journals yet. He hasn't seen Vampire Journals yet.
Oh, okay.
But as a package, I'm willing to give it 3 moons.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing. I love it.
MC, what do you think?
All right, for Invisible. I'm with Frankie on this. I think it's just a 3-star kind of movie. I don't think it's, for me, 4 is good, 5 is great, 3 is okay. So I think it's okay. I think it's a 3-star movie. It's okay. Definitely a fun watch, better than the first one. But as a package, if you were to combine this into one movie, I would even go 4 stars on it, because I think the story in general works. The fact that it's broken up is what makes it feel awkward. But I feel if it was just one, 3-hour movie, that's actually pretty dang good. There's a lot to be said about practical effects nowadays. The stuff that you're forced to do on computer that you could actually afford to do practically back then. I love that stuff, and so I can't knock that. But I think because they're separate, they suffer. But together they triumph. So I'm gonna say 3 for Invisible and 4 as a package deal for these movies that after Invisible they said we're done. We can't get any better than this, guys.
Okay. Actually, I have something here. You guys know, I don't know, you may or may not know. Some of you might know that they've made some figures like Puppet Master figures and things like that. And they were gonna make a Jack Death figure. I don't know if they ever sold it. I have one here that I found. It's a Benjamin Knight figure.
Oh man,
Dude,
Oh.
you opened it? You took it out of the box? What the hell's wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I meant to highlight you. Sorry, press the wrong button.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, show it again. Look at that. Oh shit.
See?
Wow, look at the detail on that thing.
And he brings mushrooms.
Oh, nice, dude. Amazing. How'd you? Wow, damn. That's rare, dude. You better hang
The
on to that
articulation sucks, but the detail is very good.
one. Oh, okay. So you can't fight them with the other toys and stuff?
No.
Oh, man.
It's like, you X'd him out. That was
Oh, my God.
he just sits on his pile of mushrooms and is sad.
Oh, man. Well, I guess that's it. That's it. Invisible is done. We've conquered that area of the full mooniverse.
Yeah.
For better or worse, and if you ask LD, probably worse.
Nobody will. So.
LD, you are up because Lady Shasha is not with us tonight. You will be hosting the third installment. It's gonna be over on your channel. Are you able to do lives? I can help you off air how to figure that out.
I'm sure you'll be able to help me figure that out.
Yeah, very easy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What are we going to be talking about next month?
All right, boys, hang on to your wigs and keys. Here are my two choices. Now, I will confess that one of them was a random choice, and you might be able to figure out which one that was. So,
okay,
both.
My two films are number one, Warriors of the Wasteland, and number two, Haunted Casino.
All right, Warriors of the Wasteland.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I told you to make sure that they're full moon movies. There's a lot of movies on the streaming service that are not full moon movies. Warriors of the Wasteland
seriously?
Is
that
I mentioned that in the beginning just to make sure that your picks are full moon.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh, I apologize.
It might have been.
No.
Is that an Empire one?
It is not Empire. It's an Italian movie. That he bought the rights to. So Warriors of the Wasteland does not count. So you'll have to find another one if you want to do one real quick. But Haunted Casino.
Sure, yeah. I'll look real quick. I apologize for that.
That's all good. Haunted Casino is a full moon movie.
Oh my god! Is this one of the new ones?
No. This is from 2007, directed by Charles Band himself.
Okay.
Oh, there's an image. It's got an interesting cast: Sid Haig, Michael Berryman. So that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Haunted Casino. Oh, come on, get to this stupid thing. Haunted Casino. There you go. This one's gonna hurt.
Gonna hurt so good.
80 minutes. Okay. Sorry, what were you gonna say, TC?
Oh no, did you pick that because the guy has cards in his hand? It's not a magic movie, so don't.
No, it's not a magic movie. No.
It'll be magically delicious. Did you find another one, LD?
I did find another one. Let's see if this will work. Crash and Burn.
Oh,
yes,
good.
sir.
All right.
Starring the lovely Megan Ward.
Yeah, and Bill Moseley.
And Bill Moseley.
Which I forget he's in it, but.
Crash and Burn. This is a good one.
That's cool. How about we just? Can we just watch this twice?
Casino, yeah, absolutely. We can watch that twice.
Oh,
all right. So wow, what an interesting double. I love it. Episode 4 will be on LD's channel. Will be Crash and Burn from 1990, and Haunted Casino from 2007. Whew.
Mind you, it's so bad that it has two different titles in the same.
I was about to say, like,
that's a good sign.
It doesn't know what it is.
You know what Full Moon does though? To trick people into watching their movies twice, they'll retitle the movies.
Yeah.
So that's probably what they're doing here, and that's probably why both of them are on here.
It's like nobody's gonna watch Haunted Casino. It's called something else.
We're not watching that either. No.
Which is the Puppet Master that it's basically clips of all of them put together?
Oh man,
That's the biggest dump of a mistake.
Shit, it's one of the
Like
it's like 7 or 8 or something
Oh
like that.
my god.
I'm gonna rent it.
Good. That way you can see all of them in one movie. You don't have to watch the
Yeah.
done. Yeah, Crash and Burn. I think at least I remember it being really good.
Yeah.
It's got my Full Moon girlfriend in it, Megan Ward. So I'm excited to see her again. And then Haunted Casino looks like
trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
Hey, Mel's in the house. What's up, Mel?
Hey, what's up?
I selected it. Hey, how you doing, Mel? Hope you're well. Alrighty. Now's the time in the show. Good job, LD. These are great choices. I can't wait. Seriously, I'm not.
Good choice.
I can't fucking wait. Thank you.
It's your last one. It's a good choice.
No. I mean, those are interesting. I mean, I thought we'd get
Yeah.
the Haunted Casino like after like episode 100, but here we are.
Yeah.
Episode 4.
Getting it out of the way.
Yep.
all
Let's
right,
clean
so
up the garbage now.
let's do it. Let's do it. I kind of wish we would make the.
Can you just keep that Wasteland Warriors thing?
No, maybe
No,
if
I'm
you
just
run
kidding.
full moon titles, we can start doing that kind of stuff.
No.
I want to do specific full moon titles. Anyway,
Yeah.
now's the time in the show where I ask our guests if they'd like to join us for next time. Frankie and Julian, I know you gentlemen are both busy, and you've suffered through 2 full moon movies already. But would you like to join us for? It's gonna be next month. We do this once a month.
Yeah. Let's say yes, and if anything happens.
I am never busy. Count me in.
Okay.
All right.
I thought he was going to say no.
No.
I am never doing this again.
I love you guys, but never.
Actually, can I just say right now? Can I just show up for one of the movies and just leave after that?
No. Okay.
Just check.
Yeah, just with Haunted Casino, then you can leave. That's fine.
Oh no. Is that with Eddie Murphy in it?
Yes, Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy's in it. Who's in the cast? Real quick.
That guy looks like that guy looks like the fat ghost from Ghostbusters too, a little bit.
It is.
One of the Scolari brothers.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh my God! Yeah. Oh, Robin
Scolari.
Sidney's in this. This is Charles Band's girlfriend.
I thought Demi Moore's his girlfriend. Oh no, wait, that was the one he cheated on his wife with, right?
That's correct. That is correct, sir.
Yeah.
And then Crash and Burn has, of course, Megan Ward, Bill Moseley, Eva LaRue.
Oh right.
I don't remember her in it, but I hope we see more of her.
I think you do.
Yes. You're such a pervert, LD. Why do you make me watch pervert movies? Anyway. All right, that's great. TC, is there anything else you want to do before we wrap up?
No, I hope everybody had fun. It was fun.
Excellent, absolutely did. All right, LD, it's gonna be over on your channel, so off air, I'll help you figure all that out. And let's pick a day while we're here, and hopefully, Lady Shasha will have no problems with it. We usually do this on a Sunday. Just because of TC's work schedule. December 4th. How does that look for everybody?
Yeah, that's fine.
That looks like it works for me.
Okay. Jules?
I am flying back into Charlotte, but in the afternoon, so I'll be back in time for it.
Oh, okay. Okay. You're not going to be jet lagged or whatever?
And if I am, I'll just prop myself up. And,
that might help. That might help.
All right.
It was awesome. I loved it.
Okay. I'm writing it in my calendar right now. Full Moon 4 is December 4. Perfect. Easy to remember. Same bat time, different bat channel, but that is what it is. All right, let's do our sort of wrap ups here. Julian, what's going on with you? Is there anything you want to like promote or social media you want to share? If you don't, that's fine.
No. For some reason, I removed Twitter from my phone. So
it's a good reason.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
No, nothing really to promote.
No mushroom recipes.
I mean, if you got any, I'll take them.
Yeah, he loves that. Frankie, what do you got to promote besides show off your award?
Oh my word! Scare actor of the year. Hold on a second.
Check this out. This is amazing.
Hell yeah!
And-
Scare actor of the year.
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations.
And it's
Congrats,
clear like
buddy.
Benjamin Knight too.
Benjamin Knight Award. Anything you want to promote or discuss?
Headless Horseman. It's the greatest movie out there right now.
Oh,
Check it
that's
out
true.
on Apple. Is it on Amazon yet? Not yet.
Apple TV, Vudu, and it'll eventually be on Amazon. Yeah, hopefully it'll roll out sooner than later.
Yeah. Yes. And then just type in my name for any social media, Frank Capoza.
There you go. LD, what do you got going on over there?
Nothing new right now. Just in the meantime, check out all the fun stuff at LD Madeira Magic. Combination of some magic and some theme park stuff. So check me out.
You haven't started your channel yet? The other one you were gonna do with Erica about?
Not yet.
Gotcha. Okay, let us know because I'm excited to see you guys eating all the stuff that I can't because of my gluten allergy. I have to stay away from churros and all that good shit. It sucks. All right, TC, is anything you'd like to promote or?
Yeah, I'm gonna promote everything. No.
Basically, nothing's going on with him either.
Absolutely nothing.
Except for the fact that we're prepping to spend a lot of money for Black Friday.
Oh yeah.
Potentially.
Well, reasonably. I know what I'm gonna buy already, bro.
Yeah. We'll reasonably spend some money. Seven announcements are ass, but whatever.
Oh, they already gave them?
They gave 3 of them. No, 4 of them. No, 3. 4 tomorrow, and I'm gonna do a video on it. But
okay.
Freaking like Dario Argento's comedy drama. What the? Who wants that shit?
That's the most. Is that a real thing? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's called The 5 Days. It's his one and only movie that wasn't horror, and they're putting it out. No thanks.
Or was it?
Well,
it was horrible.
I guess it remains. Yeah. That yes. Hey, it's Lady. She says this was such a fun panel.
Thank you so much. Danish.
Why can't you say the word Danish? Why can't you just say it?
Danish?
I did say it.
No, but you said only her first name.
Well, because I didn't want to get it wrong, so I'll just say
How
Lady.
can you get it wrong? Now I want a cup of coffee and a hot Danish.
Yeah, no. Get it. It's Danesh.
Danesh.
All right. In terms of what's going on over here, I'm gonna explode with Black Friday coverage on Monday. I'm gonna be talking Severin. I've got a big bi-curious episode coming up. That's for those of you who don't know. I spell it this way.
But we know what you meant.
He's got to put a disclaimer because
yes,
he's been getting weird phone calls.
Right. Tons of titles from Arrow to discuss on that one. I have a backlog because I've been busy promoting the movie. So a big episode of that coming. Some more Ray Dana Steckler reviews coming. The last part of the Doris Wishman box set is coming as well for the second box set. So a lot of stuff happening. I took a kind of a mini break for Halloween. Stuff was just out of my control. But I'm back, Jack, and I can't wait to hang out with you guys again on Thursday. I think it's Thursday over on Bullet Blake's channel. It's episode 8 of Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel. We're talking TC, you'll enjoy this. We're talking not quite Marvel.
Yeah,
we're doing we're doing The Amazing Bulk and
oh boy,
that's bad.
The
Mighty Thor.
The Mighty Thor. Yeah, the Asylum's Thor.
Yeah.
Where he uses an Uzi instead of a Mjolnir. So there you go.
Because it's cheaper to get automatic weapons than a hammer.
Yeah.
Think about your audience.
Yeah.
They could have just done a. If they wanted to go a different way, they could have done like a sword or something. No, let's get an Uzi.
I mean, it makes for a good meme. So maybe that's.
Yeah, I'm Thor. See, yeah.
Mel says, "Whoop whoop Voyage, can't wait." Yes, Mel, I gotta have you on here. I gotta make you watch some full moon movies.
Oh yeah.
We gotta class this place up with.
I'm not doing it.
That's right.
Yeah. I was like, Julian will do it, and then you come out and I'm like, oh great, Fucking ruined everything.
Just poo-poo on it all.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, let's call it a day. Panel, thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again next month. Oh, Mel loves full moon, so that is easy.
Oh, perfect. All right.
Hey, Mel, are you free December 4th? If you are, I'll announce it right now that you're coming on December 4th. It'll be your central, so I believe it's 6 your time, something like that. Mel says she definitely won't make it more classy. Ah, damn it!
Good. There's no way to save this ship.
I tried to watch a haunted casino.
Casinos are classy, right? I mean, that's a
Yeah.
good thing.
That was my thinking, at least.
Yeah, there you go.
Only when James Bond does it.
All right. Well, Mel's in. All right. So
He's
we'll
in.
be joined by Mel, and hopefully Lady Shasha, if everything's okay on her end. And we'll be talking. What the fuck are we talking about? Oh, haunted casino.
Crash and burn.
Sorry,
Movies you're watching.
I literally had a brain death. Now I survived. Okay, I'll call it a night. I'm exhausted, and it's the beginning of a work week. So everyone, have a good rest of your evening. We love you very much. Take care of yourselves. From everybody on this lovely panel, we wish you a happy and healthy. I couldn't think of anything. Happy Mandroid. Don't
Healthy whatever it is you got.
You know what I always wondered? We never got to see Benjamin Knight jerk off. But then at the end of the day, maybe we did.